Alright, let's get inside. Welcome back to Degreelessness, everyone, the only channel that's for the people. I'm your host, the irrepressible Shanghai Pete. Thanks for chilling with us tonight. Now, just another short one today to dunk on the mortifyingly out of touch and pathetic industry circle jerk known as Gamescom. I know it's low-hanging fruit for the typically highbrow and refined commentary here on this sophisticated channel, but it is fun. Besides, what else am I going to talk about? EA or Activision further moving the Overton window as to just what is acceptable as a form of financial manipulation to inject into games? Oh god, I'm just so shocked. The new Madden game isn't a game at all. It's a repulsive system of exploitation disguised to look like a video game. Let's make a 10-minute video about that. Or, I don't know, how about a 15-minute video telling you that Activision is going to rip you off? Yeah, I don't think anyone needs that, so we're going to skip it. Instead, let's go over a few points of interest from Gamescom that managed to temporarily coax me out of my weed-induced torpor for just long enough to either get a little bit of a chub or puke on myself. As we all know, we are currently in the midst of some very, very dark times, so let's start off with what I actively liked. First up, it was rumored for a while, there was some leaks of, I think, a title card or whatever, but they did drop the Call of Duty trailer for the new Black Ops game, Cold War, and I know some of you might find this surprising, but I thought it was kind of cool. If they actually managed to get a good single-player campaign back in there that I can eat a bunch of Adderall and then blaze through, I'll like that. Otherwise, who cares? I'm not going to play it online as I prefer not to have my fun ruined by edgy adolescents if I can avoid it. Also, the Reagan memes so far are great. As many of you may know, I really love Doom Eternal, so I'm psyched about the Ancient Gods expansion that they showed also. That looks sick as hell. That's not really a point in Gamescom's favor though, it's just a trailer that could have and probably would have been released through normal channels if this silly industry circus wasn't already going on. And that's about it for what I liked. Next, let's go over some things that I didn't necessarily actively like, but that I did kind of sort of care about a little. First, the World of Warcraft Shadowlands release date was announced finally, October 26th for those of us over here on the Best Coast. I kind of have an obligation to do the first raid tier with my Mythic Retail Guild, so this is relevant for me, albeit not something I'm particularly excited about, as I gave up hope that Retail WoW was going to be good again long ago. I'll probably be back to raid logging and playing Classic most of the time relatively quickly. We also saw some more gameplay, got additional info on EA's upcoming Star Wars flight sim, Squadrons. Now, being a lifelong fan of X-Wing and TIE Fighter, I'm praying that EA doesn't ruin this, but we all know how that will likely turn out. So far, it does look sweet though, and they're getting dangerously close to convincing me to get my hopes up, and I don't know how I feel about that. That's why this is in the what I cared about category and not filed under what I liked, because I'm far too suspicious of EA to allow myself to actively like anything with their name on it before playing it. We'll see. Next, we're going to go into what pissed me off, because we can't really have a what I didn't care about category, because then we'd basically be going over 90% of the entire event. So, what pissed me off? Well, remember that fun term from our last video, launch window? Well, it's back and predictably being used to advertise the new Ratchet & Clank game. Now, I'm not a Ratchet & Clank fan necessarily, but I have nothing against it, and for what it's worth, the new one does look good, decent, whatever. What's not decent, however, is the media continuing to gaslight fans about when it's going to be available. Don't get it fucked up. The term launch window, as we went over last week, is used to trick you into thinking a game will be out soon enough after the system releases to get you to buy one right away. The reality, of course, is that saying launch window is the same thing as saying no release date. They just want you to feel some impetus to buy their console right away so they can pad revenue figures. They don't give a fuck whether or not you actually have a game that you want to play on it right away, as long as they get your money. And that's exactly what announcing a game for a launch window will do. Now, the other thing that actively pissed me off was BioWare showing what amounted to absolutely nothing about Dragon Age 4, all while pretending that they're the same developer that we all used to care about and don't know that they're actually hated and reviled now. Don't you get it, BioWare? We don't care about behind the scenes developer videos or any other bullshit like that. We don't care what you say anymore, okay? Your games and your products have spoken for themselves. We all know that Dragon Age 4 will be a fuckfest of microtransactions, stilted and threadbare writing, and a vacuous and contrived plot that, if we're really lucky, won't be sacrificed on the altar of some empty-headed virtue signaling nonsense. Fuck you, BioWare. Lastly, filed just under random bullshit for this week, there's many channels that are, of course, out there pretending to freak out about, yes, even more rumors of a next-gen Switch. I guess they feel like if they just keep posting videos about next-gen Switch rumors, eventually one of them will have to be accurate because, as we all know, of course, Nintendo is going to put out a next-gen Switch. Yeah, people love to flip their shit about rumors, and I get it, but like, when the rumors like this, which amount basically to X company rumored to be doing totally predictable and obvious thing that everyone already assumed they'd be doing, I don't really understand what else there is to talk about. There's still nothing confirmed. It's just a rumor that Nintendo is doing exactly what we all know that they will do. I don't know. I guess making videos about nothing is just another thing I'll never understand because my channel isn't monetized. No loss there. All right, that's our show. Thanks so much for chilling and spending this little bit of your free time with us. We love you today. We love you all the way. I know it's such a short episode this week, but I don't know. Not really feeling inspired. You know what I'm saying? Just too much bullshit. Anyways, we'll be back soon. Don't you worry about that. There's far too much dumb shit to hate on. In the meantime, though, make sure not to like, comment, or subscribe because you gotta do the cooking by the book.